Hello, everyone. It is April 10th, 2026. I hope everybody's doing okay. Nothing's changed for me. I've seen a lot of people. I have hope because we all need hope, but let me see what happens if I turn this light out. I think we're still good. I still have hope, that someday it will, but I don't think I will see it in my lifetime. If you hear a noise in the background, it's my fan because I'm in a hot state. But anyways, I don't suspect this program will change any during my lifetime, and I'm an older lady, so I don't expect it to change. It doesn't matter what president we have. It doesn't matter because they're all the same. It don't matter. It doesn't matter. I've seen so many TI saying, well, it's this president. That. Well, what has any of the presidents done for us? Any of them? Nothing. Not a thing. And everybody's also up in arms about that Pam lady being thrown out of the 3-letter agency. Well, you ought to look up who's coming in next. The male that's coming in next. You ought to look him up. You think she was bad? Okay. You ought to look and see what he's done in his past. Anyways, they never like a female in the agency anyway. I don't care what she's done. She hasn't done anything worse than any of the men. They just don't never want a woman in control anywhere. That's the thing. That's the bottom line. They just made her look terrible because they don't want a woman in control. Because she might help other women and children. And that's the problem. Whether she did or she didn't, that's neither here nor there, but that's always a problem. That's what they're scared of. They don't want us to have any rights. That's why 70-something% of the TIs, which I think it's higher than that, I would probably guess 85% of the TIs are women. Because it's a trafficking and money. They don't want to take, for men, usually I notice that if it's a man that's a TI, that they're not getting stuff stolen out of their house. They're not getting all of that. They just get the weapons, and the regular stocking and all that, and the colors and the senses, the 5 senses, but they're not getting the stealing out of their house constantly. They might have a little bit, but it's not constant like the females, and the damage to their property. I have seen some men say that they got their vehicle damaged. I've seen a handful of those. But maybe I'm not seeing so many because it's the percentage of men that are TIs is very low. Maybe that's why I'm not seeing a lot of that. Because maybe there's not a lot of men TIs. I really haven't. I've seen way, way more women TIs. I think that percentage is wrong. I think it's like 80% are women. And what this program is it's a revenge for hire, or it's somebody that knows somebody that can put you in. They feel like you did something to them, or they just don't like you, or more. But all of it boils down to, it doesn't matter those two reasons. What it really boils down to is it's an asset stripping and a trafficking. That's what this is about, this whole program. Because if you most people have something. You know what I mean? They don't just start out homeless and they make you a TI. There might be a few of those, but generally you have something financially that they can gain. I had houses and $100,000 worth of jewelry and cars, and I had a lot of things. And a lot of people in my small community didn't like that because I came from nothing. And they didn't think that I should have all those things without having to go to school for about 15 years to gain those things like they did. So they didn't like that. Mine all stemmed in a doctor's office and them talking about me and the jealousy. That's how it all stemmed. And I got that on factual basis because I know somebody that was in that office at that time. They didn't know I knew that, but I do. But they forget I'm from there. And people are going to tell me things, and they did. So, there's that. So that's, this is just asset stripping. Do you know that I got a new phone, I had to get a new phone. Like my phone was a 12 or something like that. It wouldn't work no more because I work part-time. It wouldn't work no more with my work app. So I had to update. I didn't want to, but I had to. And it was no longer compatible with my work app that I needed. So I had to get a new phone, and I didn't get $1,000 phone. I got a $200 phone. And so with my new phone, I bought a screen protector, right? Well, I bought two in case, because you always crack one, right? Eventually you drop it or whatever. So I bought two. And I had a family member see me get it, and I told her I was going to put it in my purse, and she watched me. And do you know they took that out of my purse in my apartment? I've looked, my apartment's like a little less than 500 square feet. There's only so many places I could put that. I've tore my apartment up looking for that. And I know exactly where I left it. I left it in my phone, inside a case, in my purse, inside a case, inside my purse. And it's gone. I came home, like I go dump my trash, I do this and that, and when I came back, my purse was open one day. Yeah, it's gone. And I can prove I bought it because that person saw me and saw me where I put it in my purse. So they knew I had it. So there you go. But they took it from me. And I can prove I bought it online too. And they took it out of my purse. And somebody knows I had that. And saw me exactly right where I put it. Because I was with somebody. So, they effed up, didn't they? Well, all right. Nothing's changed for me. It's the same old, same old. Take everything I've got. I mean, I hear other TIs saying, yeah, they take this and they take that, but they take everything from me. Everything. Even the smallest, minute little thing. Like they took my Apple core, the little thing that you press down on your Apple, they took that twice already from me. Because if you're keeping to have to rebuy things, then you're always broke, right? Even if it's little things. So there you go. There's that. All right. Peace and love. I hope that you guys have whatever good type of day you can have being a TI. I'm out.